Hi, I'm Amy with the Minnesota STAR program.
And I'm Courtney with North Dakota Assistive.
So go ahead, Courtney.
Yeah, so today we wanted to show you a quick comparison of two similar digital magnifiers. We have the Humanware 8-inch digital magnifier and a Ruby 7 digital magnifier. So Amy, how is that size measured?
So you measure on the diagonal. So even though the two structurally look very similar, we see that the Humanware Explore 8 is an 8-inch magnifier and the Ruby is a 7-inch. So you gain 1 inch.
Okay, all right. So I'll start off with the Humanware, some key features of this device. So right now we're magnifying a Sudoku puzzle, and by pressing these buttons on the bottom, there's 3 buttons, we can either decrease the amount of magnification. 2 is the lowest amount on this one, but we can press the plus button to increase, and it increases by about half a diopter, is that what they call it, at a time. And we can also change the mode, and the mode is the color combinations. So right now it's just on the standard color. This is the color of the paper underneath it. But if I press this middle button, we can change the mode. Now it's black on white, white on black, black on yellow, yellow on black, and those different modes can make a big difference in someone's ability to see something, right?
Absolutely, and I think a lot of times people don't even know until they have the opportunity firsthand to try out these different features.
Yeah.
So as we have been talking about, these two devices really are very similar. They're pretty close in size. You may notice that they're both on a kickstand, which is a nice feature for someone who maybe needs help with magnifying something that they need to sign. So if you needed to sign a document, you could just put it underneath, and then you can put your hand there, and as you sign, you're able to see it as long as you're in the live mode. So very similar to the Humanware, this Ruby Freedom Scientific device also has an up and down button, or a plus and minus, which will give you the ability. Now I noticed right away when I press this, I don't see what magnification times I'm getting, whereas with the Humanware, you did. So what we usually will do in a demo is point out some of those key differences.
Okay.
That may not be something that's important to someone, but we'll point it out. We do also have contrast mode. So here it's the up and down arrows. So again, we're able to do the black on yellow, black or yellow on with blue, and we just can keep going and keep trying it out. Also with both of these devices, you do have the ability to take a photograph.
Yeah.
So that might be nice if someone maybe had to get a refill of a prescription or something like that, and they weren't sure which one. These are both small enough that you could fit it into a handbag or a backpack. Definitely what I would call portable. The key feature, though, that we like to point out to folks with these two devices is the Ruby has a distance viewer. So this black bar on the top is actually the camera, and I don't have anything on the wall to show you, but basically what I'm doing is I'm spinning the camera up, and let me go back to a different mode here. So here is actually the wall. When would this be handy? Maybe it's someone who is in a workplace environment or in a school and needed to see something on the whiteboard at a distance. So for this particular item, that is something that you can do. With all the features, the more features you add, the more it increases your price. So if you don't need that feature, that's probably something you wouldn't want to pay for.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep. Exactly.
Anything else you can think of that we should point out here?
One other small key difference, besides the number of buttons, is that the Ruby 7 has some little tactile markers on the buttons. So if that is real important or helpful to someone, just something to keep in mind.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for watching today.
Please join us in the future for more assistive technology tips and tricks.